Hey y'all, well, forever time no see. I haven't filmed a video in like months and months, and I actually have a very personal video coming up soon about why that is and kind of explain to you guys what's been going on. But today I wanted to show y'all some of my favorite makeup brushes that are absolutely amazing and that are really affordable, and I really do like them. So, let's get started. The first makeup brushes that are really cheap that I absolutely love so much is Morphe. Morphe is sold on Morphe.com, obviously, and they're also sold at Ulta. And I have, I've never tried any face brushes, but I have some eye brushes from them, and I just really like them. They're like $5, and they work just as good as MAC brushes, and they're just really great. So I highly recommend them. And yeah. I also really quickly want to mention the L'Oreal sponge for like a beauty blender alternative. I can't even talk right now. It feels so weird just sitting in front of a camera talking. But the L'Oreal sponge is like $7, around that range. And it's really amazing. It gets super big. It applies to your foundation like none other. It looks like a beauty blender. It's really pretty. They have like a blue and a purple one, I think. My favorite's the pink one. And I've also heard real good things about the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, but I've never had it, so I don't really know. But yeah, Real Techniques. I have their contour brush, their blush brush. I actually use a contour brush for contouring, obviously, and then I use the powder brush. The blush brush for bronzing up my forehead, because I have a pretty big forehead, so I like to make it appear smaller. I have a couple eye brushes from them. I have never had a Real Techniques brush that I didn't like. I mean, I had one that I got rid of, but it was because I wasn't using it, because I didn't like it. Plus, I have so many brushes, I really didn't need it anyways. But I love Real Techniques. They're really wonderful, and I'm sorry, I sound so weird. I have like a really bad cold, and it's like springing up out of nowhere. And yeah. So, I also really quickly wanted to mention Wish. Wish has like a bunch of brush sets for like $1 for like a whole set. Sometimes it's $5. Other times it can be, a little bit higher. But their brushes are amazing. I have the whole collection of these brushes. They're like yellow and gray. I don't know. This is what I use to apply my primer. If I'm not using my fingers, then I use this to apply my primer. That's the only brush that I have with me because I'm out of town, if you don't know that. I also have this really tiny brush that I use for my inner corner from them. I never really used to apply inner corner shadow because I never could have a brush that could like work completely for that. But once I found this baby, and it goes in like butter, it's wonderful. And I also have a super flat one that I use for cream foundation. Cream eyeshadow products. I really do like that. But yeah. And I also have these beautiful ones. They're like mermaid. Y'all know how I feel about mermaids. Yeah. This one is my favorite blending brush, which it's crazy in here, y'all. My regular blending brush from Sephora has been abandoned lately because I've just been loving this one brush that I cannot find. Here you go. It's really big and fluffy, and it blends your shadow. So amazing. And then I also have this brush right here that is really beautiful. It's the rainbow one, and this is what I use to apply cream contour. So, my other favorite place to look at brushes at is TJ Maxx. They have so much high-end makeup for cheap, but their brush sets are so beautiful. They have tons of like the Real Techniques Bold Metals collection. They have tons of like really pretty like brushes like this. This actually is the unicorn brush from the Cala Beauty set. Cala Beauty has some amazing brushes. They have the Real Techniques, I think, has the Brush Crush, which is so beautiful, and I've heard really great things about them. But this is my favorite blush brush ever. I have this blush brush that I use for bronzer. I just mentioned it. Okay, it's right here, and I did not like this for blush because I have very high cheekbones, and when I do my blush, I like a very, okay, this is the brush I use. I like to apply my blush like that. And this brush is amazing. It applies my blush so beautifully. It like gets the product there, like one swipe I'm through. I don't have to like dig back in. I just love this brush so much, so I completely recommend that. And in case you want to know, I also really like this brush that I use for my highlighter. Wonderful. Love it. And I also really love this brush for my powder. This is what I do to wipe away my bakage. I know I probably look like an alien. And the last thing is the e.l.f. brushes. I've only had like the crease brush that I love so much, which their eye brushes are really good. The only face one I've owned is the e.l.f. Kabuki, and it is so wonderful. It blends everything. It's the only Kabuki I own. I want to try like different brands, but this is the only one my budget has allowed me to get. It's like $3, $1 maybe. I don't know. Don't correct me. But I just really love this. It blends everything seamlessly and wonderful, and I really like this Kabuki. So, this is my favorite inexpensive, I don't really want to say drugstore because TJ Maxx isn't really a drugstore. But these are my favorite inexpensive brushes that I really do love, and I think a budget would recommend, and I completely recommend. I know I haven't filmed a video in forever, and for that I'm really, really sorry. I've just been having a lot of things going on in my life, and it's been like a very long time. I will actually film like a sit-down video and talk about everything because I feel like I owe a lot of people explanations. But I don't know when that will be, but hopefully soon, but no promises. So, I hope y'all enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching, and excuse how random this video was. Okay, bye you guys. God bless. I also forgot to mention that when I travel, I actually use the brush roll that came with my Wish gray and white makeup brush collection, and it's really cool. It has like I'll just take all the brushes out. Okay, so it has all this stuff, which is a bunch of brushes, which is like the complete collection. And I actually can store all my brushes in here if I don't feel like taking just that collection. So I store all the ones that I mentioned, plus my Sigma ones and all that. But it actually has like a little snapper, so when you close it all up, you just snap it shut. It's really cool. So yeah.